Not every church struggles with cold love. Some struggle with heat. Not the heat of passion, but the heat of persecution. Smyrna was not a wealthy city of comfort. It was a city of pressure. And for the believers who followed Jesus there, faith came at a cost. There were no grand buildings, no public gatherings, no safety, only quiet faith in a dangerous world. To follow Christ in Smyrna was to risk everything: their jobs, their families, their freedom, even their lives. I know your affliction and your poverty, yet you are faithful. Jesus begins with something the world would never understand. He calls them rich while they are poor, because heaven measures wealth differently, not by possession, but by faithfulness, not by comfort, but by endurance. They were not only suffering physically, they were being spoken against, misrepresented, rejected, labeled as dangerous, unworthy, even blasphemous. But heaven heard every accusation, and Jesus had a response. I know the slander of those who say they are Jews and are not. Do not be afraid of what you are about to suffer. Unlike Ephesus, Smyrna receives no correction, only comfort, not because they were perfect, but because they were faithful under fire. Sometimes God does not correct his people. He strengthens them. The devil will put some of you in prison to test you. You will suffer for 10 days. Be faithful even to the point of death, and I will give you the crown of life. These were not easy words. They were not comforting in a human sense, but they were strengthening in a spiritual sense, because Jesus never hides the cost of following him. He reveals it, so faith can be real. Fear was real in Smyrna, but so was faith. They knew the risk, but they also knew the truth, that suffering is temporary, but eternity is not. That pain has a limit, but God's reward does not. Be faithful, and I will give you the crown of life. A crown not of gold, not of power, but of life, eternal life, unshakable life, life that cannot be taken, no resistance, only tears and prayer. Faith in Smyrna was not loud. It was not celebrated. It was tested, and sometimes it was taken to prison. But even there, Jesus was present. Smyrna teaches us something powerful, that suffering does not mean abandonment, and poverty does not mean absence of God, because sometimes the most faithful churches are not the most comfortable, but the most enduring. He who overcomes shall not be hurt by the second death. If these lessons have blessed you, please subscribe to this channel for more soul-uplifting contents.